Rabbi Pesach Krohn tells a wonderful story about Rabbi Menlowitz, who directs Camp Marabu, which takes teenage boys across America. The name of the camp comes from the pasuk Marabu Masech Hashem, so they experience the wonders that Hashem created across America, the Grand Canyon, Old Faithful, in Yellowstone Park, and many other unbelievable sites where you get to see what Hashem created and to praise Him all the time for all the wonderful things that He did. There was a boy that Rabbi Krohn calls Boaz, who came from Milwaukee, who was in this camp, and after a number of days in the camp, Boaz knocked on Rabbi Menlowitz's door, and he was in tears. Rabbi Menlowitz was surprised because Boaz was a prize camper. He was great at everything. He was helping all the other boys. He didn't understand. He didn't expect for sure that Boaz would be crying. And when he asked Boaz what was wrong, Boaz said, Rabbi Menlowitz, this is such a wonderful camp. We're seeing such incredible things, but because we're sleeping outdoors all the time, it's been a few days since I was able to perform the mitzvah of kissing a mezuzah, and it's eating away at me. It's hurting me that I couldn't do the mitzvah. The Piaseczner the Rebbe writes on Parshas Behar, while in the Warsaw Ghetto, the Rebbe comments on the very famous pasuk, Vaydaber Hashem Moshe Har Sinai Lemor. Why did it say specifically Har Sinai to introduce this parsha as opposed to any other parsha? Why doesn't it just go with the regular Vaydaber Hashem Moshe Lemor? Rashi, quoting the Gemara and the Medrash, says that the same way that the Torah here delineates all the klalos and pratos of Shemitah, so the Torah wanted to write Vaydaber Hashem Moshe Bahar Sinai to tell us that all the dinim that were said at Har Sinai also came along with the klalos and the pratos, with the general principles and all the details. The Rebbe says, what are these general principles and the details? He says there's no way that it could be that, let's say on the pasuk of Vayu Laos Al Yadcha, that would be the general principle, and the details would be the black boxes and the straps and what the Parshas and the tefillin and everything, all the details that go along with Hilchos Tefillin. It can't be. Because when the Jews said Nasa v'nishma, it couldn't have just been on the pasuk of Vayu Laos Al Yadcha. They had to know right there what they were talking about. It had to be delineated right there, what the details of tefillin were. But rather, he says, it's not about that. Rather, what was added, the part that was added, that Hashem was kaf aleim har kegigis, the part that was added afterwards were the attitudes, how we perform the mitzvah. We could keep Shabbos, but how we keep Shabbos is important. We could do mitzvahs, we could put on tefillin, but how we put on tefillin is important. And the Rebbe was encouraging those in the Warsaw Ghetto that even while suffering, we have to remember, Anila Dodi V'Dodi Li, while we can't understand what was going on right now, and the pain and the hurt and the struggles of the ghetto, while we can't wrap our minds around that, but at the same time, we have to try as best as we can. He was trying to give chizuk, that's still performing mitzvos with an avas Hashem, with a love for Hashem, and with fervor, not just doing things robotically, but with fervor, that this is the proper way to perform mitzvos. This is what was said at Har Sinai. This is what was added when Hashem was kaffa aleim, when He held the mountain over their heads after they had already said Nasa v'nishma. But sometimes, like I catch myself while during davening, it becomes a certain sense robotic, answering Amen. The Chazan says something, and we say Amen. We know the right time when we're supposed to say it. Kind of programmed into our being. And there are times that I forget to pay attention. No, Amen's going on a bracha. What is it that the Chazan's saying? What are the words that and is the Chazan actually saying the bracha? Am I saying Amen on an actual bracha? I caught myself this week almost saying Amen. Hashem should bless the Chazan that was at that minyan. He just wasn't saying the words right. So do we say Amen anyway, even though it's not really a bracha? Or are we paying attention? And that when we say words like Amen and when we perform mitzvos, we realize that we're doing a service of Kudsha Brichu, of high levels that impacts the world, that makes a difference, that brings bracha. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help us not just keep the mitzvahs that were said with the Nasiv and Ishma, but to also to be able to keep the attitudes, perform mitzvahs properly, with the right fervor, with the right intentions, as if they were new. And this way, we could always show Hashem that our relationship with Him is fresh. Have a great Shabbos.